outside. So anyway, give you a quick rundown on this thing. It is a U.S. General 16 by 30, 3 steel shelves, just a service cart. I was looking online. This is pretty much their newer one. The older one, which is basically the same thing, the tray size I think was 28. So, but that's all I can see. We'll find out. We'll rip this thing open. Of course, it's made in China, like everything else from Harbor Freight. And I'm hoping we don't need many tools because I don't have any stuff in here. And I'm going to try to do this with a trusty Phillips, a buck knife. That'll work. Pressure wrench, pair of pliers. Let's rip this thing open and find out what we got. Staples, that's even better. I don't want to. There it is. It's just stapled on the sides. A little bit of tape. Alright, well, like everything else from Harbor Freight, the box looks like shit. But then again, it came from China. So this thing traveled a good ways to get to our limited in here, right? It is a nice hot day in Pennsylvania, southern PA. We're supposed to get rain today. It's really not that hot out. It's only 75 out, but it's so goddamn humid out there you can't breathe. So I have the air on here. Anyway, let's see what we have in the box here. Alright. Looks like we have another box. A set of instructions. Of course, you know what it is. There's a set of nuts and bolts. Another pack of nuts and bolts. They look like about maybe 3/8, and these are probably ½ inch or so. So I'm guessing these are probably for the casters and these are for everything else. Let's find out. Okay, let's see what's in here. This thing's sitting okay. Let me see. How's that? Is that better? There we go. All right. Let's see how this is. What's in this? Kind of like our Christmas present from Harbor Freight. That there. Let's find out what's in here first. Wheels. There we go. Okay. Here's Christmas here. Let's just put these, dump these out of here so I can get them. Wheels. Get out over there. I'll get there later. Decent sized wheels anyway. I mean, look like they're about 5 inch, I'd say. Probably 5 inch. And when you look at the front of the box, decent. 2 casters that go both ways and 2 solids. That'll work. And this has got to be the handle, I imagine. This is the handle of the mount. It shouldn't be too bad. Should be pretty much self-explanatory. Yeah. For the corner mount. Well, at least the packaging is decent, huh? Wrap the hell out of it. So, yeah, even though the box would be beat up, I don't think they were lose much on this. Yeah, okay, these are all the sides, and there's the handle. Okay. But you need to be Harry Houdini's brother in order to unwrap the stuff, man. I've heard of putting tape on stuff, but that's ridiculous. Kind of reminds me of my partner on the ambulances, right? Yeah, they like to tape everything put enough tape on it, that'll stop the bleeding. I won't. Alright, there we go. Oh. And it even comes with bubble wrap. My granddaughter's going to love this. Now, we'll toss that so I don't have to get a nut solicited to her. Alright, so, more garbage over there. Looks like this thing's going to be pretty much self-explanatory. Let's see what this is. That's okay. So we have the nuts and bolts. We have the brackets. We have a handle here. Handle. We have 4 uprights. Yep. And I don't think you could possibly get these wrong because they're drilled both ends. Same distance. So I mean I don't think there's going to be up or down or anything. I'm going to think this is going to be fairly simple. Let's see. Inside the box then we have, I guess this is the bottom because it has 4 holes in it. This would be the bottom. It has the extra holes for the casters to sit on, so that would be the bottom. And I don't think these are going to make much difference. It's probably not even numbered. They're probably identical. Yeah, these just 2 identical shells. My guess is, let's look at this real quick. That's what we got to do. And I'll put it together. Alright, we'll get right back to you guys here. I'm going to take a quick peek at this and get her assembled. We'll see what we have. Okay, I read the instructions here, so real quick. This is the bottom. They want you to do the bottom, the middle, the top in that order. And then after you're done, they want you to flip it over and put the wheels on the bottom, probably just so you don't roll the damn thing away when you're doing it. I figured I would show you how these things are done. Okay, there's 2 packs of screws or nuts and bolts that come with this. 1 big one, 1 pack of little ones. So the big ones are for the wheels and the handle brackets and the handle. The little ones, which I opened up already, just dumped them in there. The little ones are for everything else. So basically, and you have 4 of these. These cannot be put on upside down, inside out, nothing. That's it. Put it on the inside of this thing or the outside of it, actually. Yeah. Okay, we want this thing. On the outside. It's going to sit there like that. I'll get a couple of these ready. The only tools you're actually going to need for this is well, anyway, the only tools you're actually going to need for this is either two wrenchers, 2 something. They put the bolts and stuff together backwards, which is okay because it really doesn't make a difference. Depending on what you want to do, if you want to put the nut in, or I want to put them in, because some guys want to go this way. I want the head on the outside, just so they don't catch me or nothing like that, which means I'm going to have to take the flat washer. Flat washer goes, you take the bolt, put the flat washer on, stand this thing up, put through there, through the hole, lock washer on the back, and a nut. The only thing I don't like about this is my fingers don't like to work in tight places. I'm old, give me a break. Okay, so I got one on, and it started, and that's it. Okay. I will hold it for now. That's it. So I got to continue. I'll continue to put this whole thing together. I have other shells sitting over here waiting, and after I get it together, I'll get back to you guys. So in a couple of seconds, put the camera back over here, and yeah, and it's going to probably take me however long. In fact, I I will time it. Where's my watch? It's 11:15 right now. And we'll see how long it takes me to get this thing put together. I'll get back to you. Well, as you can see, I'm still working on it. And I have been working on this thing now for, about 10 minutes or so. And as you can see, I have 8 bolts in 10 minutes. So this is going to take a while. And I think the real reason it's taking so long is when they give you the bolts and the nuts in the bag, they're already threaded together. Wouldn't be so bad, except when they threaded them together, they put the washers in wrong. So the lock washer should be down against the nut and the flat washer should be up against the bolt. So every one of these I have to take apart and I have to put them back. So it would have been a hell of a lot easier if Harbor Freight or the Chinese people ever built this thing, if they would have gave you a bag that had these in there loose. It would have been a hell of a lot easier. Now it's taking me twice as much time. So if I have a bitch about anything, this is one of them. Alright, so let me get this thing put together and we'll go from there. Be right back. La-dee-da. La-da-dee-da. La-doo-da-da. Oh, come on. Oh, this is tough. Something else to bitch about. That's why I turned the camera back on while I'm still putting this together. Same thing about these things. They're so damn small. If you have arthritis like me, oh, it's a pain in the ass. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Well, I found it's definitely easier if after you get the bottom shelf on, I mean, there's no possible way that you can hold this middle one and put the bolts in. It's just not happening. So you lay it on its side to get one. I got one on that side in already, right there. Got one holding there, and I'm working on that one right there. So once I get these two in, that'll hold that shelf. I can put a couple in this one and put one in here. Hold these. And go from there. But I'm still having to take these things apart, take the washers off. Pain in the goddamn ass. I wish I'd have done something right. But alright, I'll get back to you here in a little bit. Oh, there it is. Finally got it together. Tightened all these things. I had to go out to the garage and get 10mm sockets. Well, actually wrenches, because after you put the thing together, you can't get a socket in because the nuts are in there, or the bolts are hitting the stick inside. You can't get a socket on it. Get one on the outside, but I just got it done. Anyway, the last thing to do here is put the wheels on and actually put these nuts and bolts together correctly. They actually put the ones for the handle